So today's we're just gonna talk about some not random topics, but topics. So the topic that we wanted to discuss with everyone is there a time where you should stop talking to family members? Is there a time that you should just cut off family members if they're doing something wrong to you? Is there a time that, because on our last episode we was talking about this, like if you got family members that don't believe in your dreams and they are treating you kind of bad, is there a time that you should cut them off?
What do you think?
I think that there's a time to cut anybody off.
Trust, real talk.
We're all born alone. Yeah, and that's just how it is. I think that attachments are what hold us back in this realm. Yeah, and I think you need to always be aware of that. Family's family, and you know, you have that connection with them and you have that love for them, but it's not the be all and end all. Yeah. A lot of family, you didn't choose to be with them. You know, like friends, like you chose to be with them. You know what I mean? But family, unfortunately, sometimes, like, you know, your cousin is your cousin, innit? Whether he's a prick or he's not a prick. That's just what it is. You know what I mean?
True.
But yeah, the short answer to that would be like, it doesn't matter.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, I totally agree with him. 100%.
What do you think?
Well, obviously, immediate family, like obviously your mum and their dad. Sometimes you might say you might have a dream in it, like that you're pursuing, and they might say to you, "Rah, go and get a job," or da da da. You might be thinking that they ain't got your best interest in it because the way they've been taught or the way that they've been kind of programmed is like, "Rah, work, provide, boom, boom, boom." You get me? So sometimes, like even for my personal experiences, I felt like, "Rah, like, hey, Pops, man, you can support me more in my music or have more faith in me." But at the same time, I know that the support's there. So I can't say, "Rah, nah, I'm going to cut my dad off," like on that. But with cousins and like other family members, yeah, you can cut them off, innit? Like if you feel they're not like messing with you're trying to build towards greatness and they're not supporting you, keep it moving, innit? Because you don't want that negative energy around you. But when it's your immediate family, no matter what they say, innit, you just gotta ride with it, innit?
I feel like you should forgive people, but you shouldn't forget, because family or no family, if you're doing wrong to me and you're just doing wrong to me, I can't say my loyalty is because we got same blood ties. I'm gonna accept certain behaviors. I'm not gonna let you disrespect me and continue disrespecting me because we're family and you know you can get through, because I'm a person, I might not even take disrespect from anybody. So why should I take disrespect from you, but just because we're family? And a lot of times with family members, they overcross the line a lot of times because of that thing that we're family.
Yeah.
So they overcross the boundaries. The things that you would never let slide in a normal life, you let slide with your family members, which is not good, because then you become a weak individual like that. Because then when other people come in your life and they start treating you like that, you just have flashbacks of your cousin doing it to you. So it's like, it's normal. Yeah, he done this, he done that to me. You know what I'm saying? I feel for every human being, you have to make sure that there's healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries with everyone. Everyone that you meet, there's a healthy boundary. And if certain people ain't respecting them boundaries, regardless of who they are, then you're gonna have to take that step of.
Yeah.
I feel like with your immediate family, like your mum, your dad, your brother, or your sister, whatever, you can't cut them off because they're like immediate family.
That's right.
You can distance yourself in terms of space. Like, say for instance, someone might have a crazy dad that always crazy with them. You know what I'm saying? For them to be around that dad, sometimes it might have a mental effect on him. So if that kid says, "Look, I'm not even going to check for my dad like that anymore, but I'm still going to check for him, but I'm not going to go to his house, because every time I go to his house, my man's cooking bacon and playing Jamaican music and cussing my religion. So I don't want to be around my dad like that." Does it make sense? I respect that. But at the same time, he still keeps good relationship with him. Does that make sense? He just doesn't check for him like that all the time, because he knows that my man's kind of toxic.
You know what it is, yeah, as well, with family, what I see as well, they know how to get to you, like get under your skin more than anyone else, innit? You see what I'm trying to say? And like you said, because of the word family, that's why they would get away with it, innit? So sometimes man like, it's like what we was talking about earlier, like on your when you was talking about like the kind of meditation and just taking emotions out of things. Sometimes man just say, "You know what? Cool. You done that, but you know what? You're my family. It's still love," if you know what I mean. You get me? I I don't know, man. It's
No,
family,
I
innit?
think that, do you know what though? I think that there's, within our culture, there's too much of that whole cocooning thing. Like, so what if it's your intermediate family? Like, do you know what I mean? As black men, we're meant to even flock the nest from long time ago anyway, where you don't even see your intermediate family for years because you're on your mission. Do you understand? So
me.
it's a thing where even with intermediate, even though I love my brothers and sisters and my mum and all that lot, I go down there often, you know what I mean? I fall out with my brothers and sisters sometimes, you know what I mean? And that's how it is. But at the same time, I don't think you should even let your immediate family hold you back.
Nah, you can't.
Do you understand what
Yeah,
I'm trying to say? Like, sometimes, you know, if it is that, because with a lot of people, you know, it's their parents that give them bad influence, you know?
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, it's not been the case with me, but I've seen a toxic mum and a toxic dad, and I'm thinking, right, you know what? My man kind of needs to not really be around his mum like that, because he can see his mum's not really. Do you understand? And that's just how it is. And you as a person, I think you need to figure that out. Like, you know, you need to figure out what is stunting your progress.
That's right.
Who is it? Is it your brother? Is it your sister? Is it your mum? Is it your dad? Is it your friends? You see what I'm trying to say? You got to kind of work that out for yourself. And as I said, I don't think there's no cut-off point to who it is. Could be a relationship, could be a missus. That I've been in that situation where I just felt like, you know what, my missus is holding me back. Do you understand? It's not even that she wants to hold me back, but it's life.
Yeah.
What suits her and what suits me.
It's two different things.
It's two different things. So it'd be easier for me to go down this route. Do you understand? But necessarily, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily the right for you, your path as a man.
No,
like,
bro.
you know, that's why I kind of think it's a bit of a deeper subject, but I kind of still feel that humans, especially males, I didn't think that we used to hang about with the family, bro. Like, naturally, instincts, I don't think that we breeded with a woman and stuck with the family, bro.
Why'd you say that?
I don't believe so. I believe that we bred and then we travelled.
And then we say fun.
We explored, and then we found another woman. Do you
Bred
understand?
again.
We bred, and we explored, we explored the earth. Do you understand? And I think there were certain seasons where we may have even circled back. Do you understand? But I feel like, because when you really check it in the history, the woman, like, you know, women's were like the queens. Like, even if you go back to, like, you know, a lot of them old Egyptian prophets, it's the females, innit? The females are like the kingdom,
High status,
the higher status, because
Right,
they stay planted. That's why they had that.
The male's
position.
always meant to be
The
about,
males
innit?
were
Like
out and
hunter,
about,
innit?
bro.
Yeah, meant to be
the
a
males were
hunter.
out
Man's
and
fighting wars, bro.
That's what
man's
fighting for
fighting
your land.
wars.
Yeah.
Women that
My man not even
stay-
come home tonight. You know what I'm saying? Man saying bye to your missus, like back in the day, like, babes, I'm going to war. Bye.
Yeah, like that's the last
Yeah.
time.
Like, I'm not even coming home
He's
tonight.
never gonna see them again.
Pray for me,
Yeah.
make prayer for me, but I might not be home tomorrow or the next day.
A lot of our mission was to spread the larger message. Do you understand? In the sense of whether, like, you know, being human beings and spreading that message across the globe, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, but something, I could be wrong, but I just feel, because think about it, like, it's a different topic as well. It's mad. Every
Keep
time
going.
you get me on there, it's
No,
gonna
it's
go
calm,
mad.
it's
Go on.
It's like, when you think about how much men that cheat naturally all the time, why is that? Like, I think to myself, maybe it's because it's unnatural, like, in the sense of to hang about. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, so I was thinking to myself, why do so much men cheat? Like,
The women are gonna grill you for this one. You know what they're gonna say? You know what they're gonna say?
I would've
They're
been
gonna say,
careful
you're
what I
just
would've
making an
said.
excuse for your dirty ways.
No, I don't even keep up them fuckeries.
We're meant to say us black men don't cheat.
Black
I
men
don't
don't
cheat.
listen. Black
I
men
don't
don't cheat. I
Black
don't
men
care.
don't
man.
cheat.
Black
Yeah,
men don't cheat, bro.
Globally, globally, it's been an issue for women as well. Women, do you know what I mean, kind of thing. But globally, it's been an issue for men. And I was thinking to myself, why is it such an issue? Like, why is it that, you know, us guys naturally grow up like, you know, girls kind of thing. And I thought to myself about the history thing about, you know, maybe men didn't really, maybe it is unnatural for us to really hang about one woman for like so long.
So what? Do you think
understand?
it's right then? Do you think it's right that men
I think
cheat or men
society, no, the thing is, what you gotta, there's a clash right now, between society's rules and nature's rules.
What's nature's right?
There's a clash. Sometimes this is why a lot of people get nicked with certain things, because you know what? Naturally, it's man's natural in like anger.
Yeah.
You get me? It's a natural reaction that was given to us to defend ourselves, innit? Literally, like, but you get angry in the wrong place right now, you get nicked. That's society. Do you understand? So it's like, I think there's a clash between society's rules and natural human instincts. Do you know what I mean? And I think that, that might have been, for example, like our parents, like my father, my biological father, he's got bare kids everywhere. You get me? Probably like a lot of us fathers everywhere. Do you understand?
All
like,
over,
you know, and even like if you go back to like Henry VIII, like even European culture,
bare kids,
bare wives. Go back to the Muslims, like you know, Islam, like multiple wives
So
and
many wives,
kind of things. Like it's too much signs for me pointing towards men not staying.
So look,
stationary.
so let's just say, for argument's sake, let's say, so you say you believe in something called polygyny, that men should have more than one wife, basically.
Is that what it's called?
No, because
That's what it's called. Polygyny.
Who named it that though?
I don't know, but it's called polygyny. But I know in Africa, man's been doing that for generations.
Yeah,
bro.
like, I just think that polygyny word is just something to kind of stereotype, man, innit? Kind of like to say, you're this, but
is it polygyny or polygamy?
No, polygamy is when a woman can marry different men, but obviously that just doesn't make sense because no man's gonna share his woman.
exactly.
Would you share your woman?
No
it
way.
don't make sense.
I heard a man the other day say, "Yeah, it's nothing wrong with polygamy." I said, "Huh? Yo, what?" He said, "Basically, I had a debate with someone, and I said, look, there was like a woman can get married to more than one man, and I said, look, naturally they don't make sense." I said, naturally it doesn't make sense. Like, let's just be honest. Let me tell you why. Because if the woman gets breeded, whose baby is it?
Obviously, the man that breeded it's baby, innit?
Yeah,
But how many men has she slept with?
But she's sleeping with both of us.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you're talking about so you're talking about after they break up.
Bruv, look,
After the divorce
me
and
and me, the wife's married to me and you, and we both sleep with her.
That's mad.
Thank you very much.
That don't sound right.
Yeah.
So wait, hold up. So one guy said to you,
That sound right, bruv. Like,
wait, so one guy said to you, it's okay.
He said, there's nothing wrong with it, and I said, look, I I'll be honest with you. I don't cuss everybody's opinion. I don't like go around bashing everyone's opinion.
No, of course you can't.
Wrong is wrong and right is right.
Yeah.
So like, as a man, as a natural man, I can't say that is right. I would never share my woman with no man. Not naturally. Like, you have her for tonight, bro. Have a fun time with my missus. Like, what? Are you mad?
But then you know what? That goes back to what you say, because then it's like in Islam, in the African culture, how come men can have multiple women?
Alright, cool. Let me
So
tell
I'm
you.
saying,
Let me tell you why.
So it's kind of contradicting yourself in terms. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you because, to be honest with you, I wouldn't share my girl with like you man or that next man. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
But when you go back home in Africa and in Islam and in the King Henry VIII days, they had so many girls.
Wives. Do you know why? I tell you why. In natural state, it's not unnatural for a man to have more than one wife, because if a man has more than one, women naturally they can deal with the emotional trauma. Men can't. Let me just break that down for you. Bro, when a woman, let me break this up. A man,
that's
listen.
fucked. You're saying a girl can handle pain between so many guys.
Hear me out. How many women in the world have been cheated on, but they're still living their life?
A lot of them.
How many men have been cheated on?
But how are they moving after that though?
What do you mean?
Bro, them women that have been cheated, they're probably moving like the biggest slappers out here.
Yeah, no,
Not
men
all.
take it harder, man.
Men take it. You see, when a man gets cheated on, trust me.
Yeah, men are more emotional, innit?
Yeah, cool.
Physically.
It's like he lost his
Yeah,
mind.
forever. You got PTSD and that. Like,
PTSD.
20 relationships later, he's still thinking the same thing. Like,
She hurt me.
Real talk. Nah, real talk.
So like that's what I said. Like naturally, a man, and not only that, but a man. If a man breeds one woman, she's pregnant with that one baby. Does that make sense? So he could breed another woman, that's another baby. So they can become a family.
But you don't think that's wrong though? You don't think that's wrong for a man to have so many girls, and then it's like if a female breeds out so many men, like what's the difference?
Because like I said, no, but look, remember I said to you, if the woman gets pregnant by a different, like if two men have sex with a woman and she gets pregnant, you know what we usually call her in our society? What do we call the woman?
Slag, innit?
Quangers.
Okay, but if a man does it, what do we call him?
G.
I was just about to say that.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I met a guy yesterday, yeah, on the job, yeah. Like my brethren was working, I went to check him.
Yeah.
Bro, the guy was from St. Vincent, yeah. Man said he's got 24 children.
Oh my Lord.
I said, how did you have that much? He said, me was a policeman in St. Vincent, so because me had the power, me big gun. The women just love me, you know, like in his accent and that. Bro, he's got 24 kids. He showed me a picture, yeah, with 5 of his children's mothers, yeah, and with the newest, like the newest one, the most recent one, yeah, and they were all holding her belly, like, and they were showing the unity. It was mad, fam.
No, bro,
so
that's
all the baby mums were together.
All the baby mums, yeah.
Hey,
So
what
that's
the
what
fuck?
it's. But that's
That's
what
how
it goes
it's
to
meant to
show
run,
you.
brother.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Do you know
That's
why?
how it's
No,
meant
do you know
to
why?
run.
Do you know why? Cause man are man and gal are gal. Gal can't do what man do.
Trust me.
Gal cannot
You
be
guys are
doing-
gonna get a lot of females commenting on this
But
video.
I don't care. All you
Listen,
females,
yeah.
you're a gal. You
That's
cannot
another
be doing
topic.
what man do.
No, that's another topic.
And man can't do what gal do.
I'm not,
cool.
alright,
You get
brother.
me?
I'm not gonna cut you guys off. I'm not here to
Yeah.
defend females, innit?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But there is no, in my opinion, what a man can do, a female can do the same. Like, there's no difference between gender. But that's my opinion. I'm not saying it's okay for female to have fucking, I don't know, 5 baby dads, and then a guy to have 5 baby mums.
Alright, let me tell you why.
You know
Let
what I
me
mean?
tell you why that's flawed.
Yeah,
If a war started right now, they wouldn't recruit all the women. They would recruit all the men.
100%.
Yeah.
Why
I agree
not?
with you.
But they can do everything we can do.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let them go out on the
Another
front line.
thing-
Let me chill at home with the
another
kids.
thing, yeah.
Yeah. And when they all dead off, man, just marry some new ones. So it's cool.
Another thing, yeah, a woman's meant to be like a precious, like just like what you're saying, Hypes, yeah, like women's like the queen, innit?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how can the queen be going around just opening it up to everyone? You get me?
Yeah,
Not
right,
saying that because a king's a king conquers.
Yeah.
So a king's coming to conquer everything. You get me? But a queen, like even when you see in like the wildlife and that, like. The female is, you know, she's with a family and she's not going around sleeping with every single animal. They do, like you said, they don't stick together like lions or whatever. But it's just like I don't think a female should be doing what man do. Female shouldn't be out there all night. You get me? Running up and down this place, that place. But man them's man them. You get me? If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like even when it comes to bunning weed, yeah. Like I feel that females that bun weed, they don't look attractive. Like. If you go Jamaica, like how much females like of an older generation can you see that smoke weed from Jamaica? Like not
really,
a lot.
you know, not
Not
really,
exactly.
no.
So I'm trying to say. So a female is meant to be precious, blood. Like you get me? You don't
Like a diamond type
it's a
of thing.
diamond,
Yeah,
fam.
yeah,
Like you get a man's a man, man's rough. Like you get me. So
Yeah.
that's why I feel there's certain things we can do, but there's levels in it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get me. A man is a man, and a female is a female. You
Yeah,
get me.
yeah.
A female can't come in and talk. That's why in boxing,
Yeah.
you can't put the heavyweight champion in the world.
Yeah.
Like Muhammad Ali's daughter can't fight Anthony Joshua. She'll get smoked. She couldn't even fight Floyd Mayweather. She'll get smoked. Like that's just how it goes. Like not trying to be sexist or anything like that, but that's why they won't make it happen.
Yeah.
That's from what I've seen. You get me? So
There
yeah,
are
man.
differences in gender, for real. There are differences. I think it's not right to say that it's the same. Yeah, it's wrong to say that, you know, genders are not equal. I think that's the wrong way to word it. But
course.
I can say, yeah, definitely genders, that we're not the same, innit? We've
Yeah.
got different purposes, different roles in life. Do you know what I mean? And I think that, you know, we got to kind of live according to them roles and them goals. And like the moment that we sort of step out of them roles and goals is when it gets a bit techie. Do you understand? But yeah, that's a deep conversation.
But back to the initial topic here about the family.
Oh yeah, we kind of went over. Yeah.
We got mad distracted.
That's good.
That was sick. That was sick. But yeah, so again, like I said, for me personally, I feel like if you got family members that are around you that are causing distress to you and like they're not bringing out the best in you, then cut them off. That's my personal opinion.
100, man.
Yeah, I agree. Still,
I'm saying.
100, bro.
And this all started because I said to friend, yeah, raw, like if I have a good idea, I want to do something, the worst person I can tell is my family members.
Why is that?
Because they just, I don't know, they've just, I was like, it's because maybe they don't believe in themselves, but when I tell them, like, I don't want to do that, that's your mission, and I'm just like, bro, just hear me, just hear me. I'm saying I want to do something, he's saying I don't want to do that. I'm like, but I'm saying this, you hear how man's speaking? Like majority of times when you tell someone, bro, I'm gonna trust me, this thing's gonna, yeah, well, that's good for you, or maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, you know, but why don't you focus on this, because this is going on in your life? And I'm like, all right, cool. But I'm just telling you my idea, and then by the time I get off the phone by that whole conversation, so negative of the back and forth and the argument, I'm feel like my energy to even want to do that thing's
Demotivated,
gone.
demotivated.
Then I phoned my stranger friend that I've spoke to 3 times here. Can you help me? I'm gonna be there tomorrow at 2:00. You see the difference?
You know, it is a lot of family members envy amongst one another as well. You know, I've realized that because when you're doing great, let's say mum and dad wants you to be a doctor. You don't want to be a doctor. Let's be real. A lot of African parents come over here and they're just kind of programmed. My son has to be like this. My daughter has to be like that. But when they found that their son and daughter has a natural talent, a lot of family members don't want to pursue them, like, you know, like to go forward. So back to what you said, like if they don't give you the right energy, if they're not going to support you, cut them off.
No, real
If they don't see your vision, who's going to see your vision?
It's true.
But if you're saying, like you're going to call your bedroom that you ain't spoke to a couple of days ago, but he's there for you, but he's not your blood member, that shows you a big difference.
But you know, I think what's very key about this, and I think I touched that subject earlier, is that it doesn't have to be negative, Just because your family member or your friend don't see what you're seeing, it doesn't have to be negative. Do you understand? Just move on gracefully. Do your thing. You know what? Because you can open the door for that person to come round and maybe support you next year. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of times it happens to us. Like, you know, like I launched my business the other day. Not everyone supported me. Do you understand? That's just how it goes.
I supported.
But yeah, no, definitely love for that, bro. You get me? Same way, like vice versa. Man's here.
Yeah, come on.
And it's like, it's a thing where it shouldn't be a negative thing. Like if someone that you know hasn't retweeted you, hasn't shared your thing.
Yes, all love still, man.
Rare. I think there's too much of the
expectation, innit?
Yeah, and then we then express the negativity.
Do you know what? You know what? I said that to you. Remember, I said that to you.
Say that to me,
I
fam.
said that to you
did
for a long time. I said, friends, don't get upset if people don't retweet or people don't see or people don't like man's thing. I said eventually, what happens is we're gonna build so big that even strangers are gonna celebrate us, and then our friends will start to actually see us because they'll be on their friends page that they didn't even know that is even liking our stuff.
Exactly.
So they'll be like, oh, cuz I see your thing is bad, and brother, your thing's sick, and I want to come on now, and you're like, okay. And I said, what we have to do is we have to be not hateful when that does happen.
We can't, man. We can't.
In any aspect, any business that you're running, if people don't see your potential at the start, but then your potential starts to pick up, don't be like don't get arrogant like a year or two. You're like, don't chat to me, bro. You didn't see my thing. Just be gracefully and speak to them humbly, and you know, show them.
You know what, Marv, my cousin Marv, he always told me that. He was like, bro, it's all love, no matter what man does, even if they don't support man, even if man is hating on man, it's all love, cuz. Until otherwise, it's all love, cuz. So do you know what? I always take that on board. Man ain't violating, man ain't doing nothing like, you get me, causing harm to my family or my close ones. Like, it's love, fam. You get me? It's always love. Like, man has to spread that, fam. You get me?
And you keep the door open that way. You don't burn any bridges as well.
Man.
Like, so that when that person does come around to supporting you, because you know what? A lot of people are going through certain things.
That's right,
that we don't even know.
No.
You, man, could be going through certain things. I could have gone
We're
through
all going through things. We're all going through things.
We're just sitting here.
All of us.
We're all going through things. And do you know what? Maybe just at that time, they just can't. They ain't got the energy to support you right now.
Man,
Do you understand? It's probably easier to have a negative stance right now. Do you get me? But a year down the line, though, do you know what? You might get that support. You see what I'm saying? And by not having a negative response, you're keeping that door open. You know what I mean? And that opportunity for that person to come round. And then before you know it, it's even more love.
No, real.
Trust me. I feel that, man. I feel that. I always feel like you always keep that door open and never let. And I've been saying this for a long time because I was with some Jamaicans the other week, some Yardis, and they said to me, look, some dreads, and they said, look, are you on the way I preach? And
come on.
And I was looking at him thinking, what's these guys talking about? And I went away and actually thought about what they was actually saying. And I proper pondered and I looked at all the books and I looked at how people are destroyed, and it's by their unity, their foundation, unity not being strong. It's like being disunited. Like if I want to destroy the black community and you lot all strong, it's going to be impossible to do that. So I need to come in and cause like a divide between you.
Infiltrate.
You're from Brixton, I'm from Tulsa. We hate each other, but we're both black. Same heritage, same everything. We might even go Jamaica. We might even have the same family members. Where you from? Oh, I'm from Clarendon. Oh, I'm from Clarendon. You see what I'm saying? There's love there. You know what I'm saying? We're same religion, everything. But because it's so easy to hate and to divide each other.
Yeah.
So if you've got a strong like team and that you're united, bro, there's no one in the world that can stop you if you have a united team. If your team has division in it, bro, it's gonna crumble so fast, and there's gonna be one, like, you know how you have that the foundation of the steps, 1, 2, 3. Have you played that game Jenga when you take
when
one
you
out
take out the
and then the
ladders.
whole thing falls? You seen that?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing,
Yeah,
and
man.
that's why.
It's like you said, you got to build your foundation, innit? Even like how, like when you're saying with the team, look how Fergie done his Man United team. You know, like in the 90s and that, fam.
Yeah.
Build a solid
I
team.
love that you rate my team still.
No, real talk, bro. Come on.
You Man United fan?
Yeah.
I'm an Arsenal fan.
You're Man United?
Yeah, man.
Come there.
Man.
Yeah.
But obviously,
Liverpool standing over there just
You've
chilling.
been Liverpool from back in the day, though. You're a real Liverpool
yeah,
supporter.
you've been repping still.
Yeah, you're a real Liverpool.
But yeah, even like how Klopp built that Liverpool team, like like with that Man United team though, you had like Roy Keane as a captain, but you didn't even know Roy Keane was the captain. You see what I'm trying to say? There was a time when you had like Ronaldo, Tevez, they were both playing their parts. Like you see what I'm saying? Rooney, whatever, you know, like yeah, man. So you just got to build your team so strong that it's hard to infiltrate. You can't just break down this team, and you can't even pick who the leader is in this team. Everyone in this team is a leader. Everyone in this team has their own entity. Everyone has their own empire. And that's one thing that I've understood. Like
I think
growing up, you get
I
me?
totally agree. I think if as long as you work as a team and everyone's in the same energy, that's the best thing. But then you're always gonna get envy, man.
Always.
You're always gonna get that one person like, wow, how's my man doing this?
Yeah.
Why is she doing this? Why is he making bread? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why you need to have a solid team, and you just gotta say, look, we need to inspire one another. And I think that's one of the big problems right now with the youth as well. There's no one to inspire them. There's no one to say to them, look, like there's no guidance. You know what I mean? Because especially with these postcode wars, a lot of people don't know why they're beefing. A lot of people were brethrens back in the day. But then you can have a rapper maybe from one part of London and the other part of London, they can do a duet, but because they come from two different areas, it's going to cause a problem.
Yeah, it's like they can't
And
even.
then that goes back to your word, unity. There's no unified.
There's no unity, bro.
So
And that's
that's
why I'm putting it inside of people's heads. I'm repeating it constantly to everybody that I'm around.
yeah,
Unity over division, bro.
100%.
Unity over division. And you know what?
Always,
I was at a podcast with No Behavior with Loons and Margs. A shout out to them, yeah.
Big them up.
And they said something so deep to me, yeah. And I know you lot might have not taken this, but they said, look, you see when someone's trolling them or cussing them on their page, they just leave the person's comment there. You know why?
Yeah.
They said, my brethren's gonna back me. I said, yeah. You
that's
see
what they
that
said,
there,
yeah.
yeah? You see that there? I love that because that
It
means
says
that
that
they
when
got
someone-
unity.
when
Man
someone
knows
trolls on
that
their
their
page,
friends
yeah.
are gonna back them when the haters come.
They won't delete the comment, or they won't like go back and, like Margs was saying it more, like he won't go back and reply in it
We leave it there.
because he knows that my people's gonna back me. Like,
Okay.
I've got like the strong outweighs the weak, innit?
Yes.
You get me?
So he's got his unity there. He's got
Yes.
his team there.
Yes.
It's
So
like
they're
on
not going to
YouTube.
take that energy.
Yes.
Look, you put YouTube videos out, innit?
I'll get some dumb comments sometimes.
All right, but no, even with the likes, look, you got likes and you got dislikes.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna get dislikes,
100%.
But the likes always outweighs the dislikes.
100%,
Yes.
100%.
You know?
That's actually deep, you know. The likes always,
Always,
most
bro.
videos,
Yeah.
9 out of 10 videos, you always see it. 9 out of 10. Like, you rarely see that. There's more dislikes than likes.
But you know how it is, innit? Like, you know, one of the biggest strategies of conquering anywhere, bruv, is divide and conquer. You know, that's how they got into Africa. Divide and conquer is the key strategy. And that's because that breaks down what we're talking about, the unity.
Yeah.
Once we're all segregated, bruv, that's it. We can get smoked out.
It's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the moment that, you know, we stand together, it's crazy. Do you understand? Even if, like, you know, the city of London, yeah, if the population of London stood together, how much millions is in London? About
9 million, 10
There's
million.
about
or something.
9 million, yeah.
Something like
yeah.
that, bro. If we stood together and said, we're not having it, nothing's coming in and out of London. Nothing is coming in and out of London.
Exactly.
Bro. Do you
We're
understand?
controlling
That
what's
is
going on. Yeah.
that's the power instantly. I don't even think can the army even get that amount of people
No.
together?
No, I
No.
don't think so.
Do you understand?
That would be like our own coup, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you understand? So
A revolution, bruv.
and that's one city out of the whole of the UK. Do you understand? So it just goes to show that, look, once we stand together, that's it.
Yeah.
Do you
We're more
understand?
stronger standing together than we are.
I think the
divided.
only time I've seen unity in this country was like Black Lives Matter protest. And when, rest in peace, when Mark Duggan died in 2011, when
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
country actually
Yeah.
unified,
Yeah.
Yeah.
put aside the racism, you saw black brothers, Asian brothers,
Yeah.
white brothers unified, and they
Yeah.
protested.
They did.
But even if they were burning shops, bro, that was out of anger. That was out of
The message,
police
innit?
brutality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about all the Irish people that suffered when they came here. You know what I mean? So that unity we had then, but now we don't have that type of unity. If you know what I mean.
I think in like our fathers and that age as well, like
Yeah.
our dads when they were growing up here, like my dad, he still got all of his school friends around him and that, innit? And they talk about, yeah, this man from New Cross and that man from Deptford and my man, and they're talking about all these top guys, and I'm like, oh, so that's your friend. And any one of them that anything happens, like they go to each other's funerals. So I realized they had that unity then. You get me? But I don't know, some
Tore
long
down from there.
Yeah, I
Started
think when
getting
the
tore
crack
down,
and that
yeah.
come in, that's when it fucked up everything. You see what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but that's when it messed up everything.
Messed
You
up
get me?
everything,
Yeah,
man.
you see what I'm saying? So,
Everything.
but you're right though. That is the recent type of unity we've had. Is obviously when Mark Duggan passed away. R.I.P.
Tragedy, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
Tragedy
And then the George
now.
Floyd thing, which was in
that's,
America.
that's the only thing that brought us together. And what's next? You know what I mean? I don't know what's gonna bring everyone together, because really and truly, like, we built in a whether we like it or not, we are built in a white man's world, innit? So we live off the, like, look at our currency, bro. You got a white lady in the currency, some old lady. The national anthem is pray, like, God save the Queen. You know what I mean? Why can't Africa have our own currency? Why can't we have our own black businesses?
The last
Or-
time they tried to do that, bro, they
wiped
licked
him
down
out, bro.
Gaddafi, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't come in that talk.
Yeah, he
That's
tried to-
radical.
that's
That's
right.
a
That was the
radical.
last person,
To
yeah.
them, that's like some
Yeah,
next type
yeah.
of radical talk,
And that's
bro.
recent as well.
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he tried
Yeah,
to
that
make
was
a
a serious-
currency in it
Yeah.
for the whole of Africa.
Yeah, he
Gold.
said use gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. I know the person that was sitting there said he's gonna mash up everything.
Yeah.
We need
That's
to
gonna
fix
beat
up.
everything
because
all
the
the
banks
currencies.
don't have money, bro.
100%.
Money's not real.
100%.
Money's not a currency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
And
deep
now
as
it's
they-
number- now it's
American
digits.
Reserve doesn't have any gold.
there's no gold,
Like,
bro.
so
no
they would have
gold.
been effed. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And look at Saddam. Saddam wanted to change the trade of his oil from dollars to euros. That would have fucked up America.
Yeah.
That's why they got
What
rid of
happened
him.
to Saddam?
Yeah.
Gone.
That's why they got rid of him.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Same
Do you want
thing
to even know
Gaddafi.
a deeper story? I think someone showed me this the other day. He said Qatar, yeah, or the country, I think Qatar or Kuwait, one of them, yeah.
Yeah.
How they got their oil was they built like an oil rig that went under the ground and went into Iraq.
Bloody
Yeah.
hell.
Mad thing.
I didn't even know that. The man was sucking their oil, and that's how they became one of the richest countries in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, this
So
world is fucked, man. We live in a fucked world,
yeah,
man.
them countries there,
Swear
bro.
down,
Like,
man.
listen, these
Yeah, it's
wars
mad.
and that's happened. You man know already, bro. It's not just.
And even with the money
What
as
it is,
well,
bro.
even
Nah, of
with the
course
money,
not.
like
Of
the
course
money,
not.
like you said, don't exist. It's like, and remember, you know, the Queen, the royal family, they don't control like the money now. They have power in the land and ownership of
Yeah,
this
yeah.
country and other countries that they've, you know, colonized or whatever. But the money is just by private bankers and people that are in the stock market, and then even the money that's going into your bank accounts and that these men are using that to flip it in the nighttime, to put it in Tesla, to make my man rich, Elon Musk and that, yeah. And then what they do, there's like a group of people that are controlling the stock market, that are controlling. So when man like Gaddafi and all these men decide, yeah, I'm gonna do this, because I'm not co-aligning with you lot's thing. You get me? I'm not gonna conform to that because we need, like you said, we need our own like currency. We need our own security. You get me? We can't be
Yeah.
relying on the pound or the
Yeah, no, it's
euro
crazy,
and the
dude.
dollar.
Yeah,
Because a man told me in Congo as well,
Yeah.
they spend the most. I'm not sure what part of Congo it is, but was you with man when Pavi came to the studio at Ringo's and he said they spend dollars in Congo? I said,
Congo is the most valuable
Yeah.
piece of land in the
Yeah,
world.
let me
at
say
that.
It's the
something.
most valuable.
So
that
what?
little piece of
Yeah,
land is
yeah,
the
yeah.
most valuable.
What,
piece
Congo?
of land on
Deep,
the
fam.
entire
Right.
planet.
never knew
all
that.
the
As soon
resources
as-
underneath
As
it.
soon as you said Congo, I'm gonna vouch for that. So basically, Congo's next to my country. 'Cause, like, I'm half Ugandan, so like what you said is 100% facts. You see your phones right now, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
There's a valuable mineral.
What is it called again?
I can't remember, but it's a valuable mineral, yeah. And Congo, they have 90% of it in the world, innit? Yeah. So realistically, all these Saudis and that is peanuts. Congo's the most richable,
That's right.
resourceable country
That's
in the
right,
world.
yeah. Yep,
Without
100.
this little mineral that we have, there won't be no iPhone 11s.
Yeah.
There won't be no GoPros. There
were
won't be
saying the
no
same thing.
LSD cameras. So Congo has had 2 civil wars. It's never been peaceful. the people that have been put in power in Congo are puppets for the Western world. A lot of people don't know that. Only the rule, like people, you know what I mean? People that are awake, like us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the thing is with Congo, how are they going to come out of that peace and tranquility? Congo's never going to be peaceful because they have this.
It's too valuable.
It's too valuable.
Yeah.
Too
And that's what
valuable.
my
You know
friend
what I
Pavi was saying the
It's
same thing
real,
because he was
bro.
talking about, he was
Yeah,
saying
bro.
that along the lines. He was
real,
saying that
bro.
you see your iPhone, you see this phone,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you won't have nothing
100%.
without it. And I didn't even know that.
100%.
They don't tell us
Mad.
that.
Yeah.
You
A lot
see what
of
I'm trying to
things
say?
that- A lot of things that are mad, bro. Like you see when
Speaking
you're
to
talking
the mic,
about, you see when you know a lot of things are mad. You see what we was talking about with the Queen's currency. Yeah. So you see, like Hitler is a madman. He's done loads of mad stuff. So I can't idolize him. Yeah. But I tell you one thing that he did do. What I took note of is when Germany was one of the poorest countries in the world, because you know that, innit?
Yeah,
Germany
yes.
was one of the poorest countries in the world.
Yeah, before the war.
So that's
innit?
why they exited Germany. Do you
That's
understand?
right,
To the
yeah.
Caribbean and all these kind of things. Yeah, that's why I'm a little bit light skinned from that part of Jamaica. Hitler said, "Fuck your currency. I'm making my own currency,"
See?
and he made his own currency, yeah, which was a paper note. Yeah, and that paper note. Don't quote me on this. Do your own research, but I think it was worth half a day's of work or day of work. So within I think 5 years, Germany become from one of the poorest countries to one of the richest countries in the world because they got rid of the currency. Do you understand? So that's like us saying, okay, you know what? Fuck this. We're not using the pound no more. Yeah. Here what? We're gonna use this, and this is gonna be worth a day of your work. And before you know that, once we're working with that, it become one of the most richest countries in the world. But obviously, you made a lot of enemies doing that. Do you understand? One of them obviously being the Rothschilds and all these kind of things, and central banks and them kind of things. It's just a mad,
Because
innit?
you know, you see with money as well, where I research as well, when you talk about the Rothschilds and that, it was created as a deposit note. So like people will be trading, like for instance, like I might go to like a place where at the time it weren't a bank, but it might like be like a holder place, and I like, cool, I need some bread, or I got like a goat or something. Can I bring my goat? I'll get the wheat or whatever like that. But then they will give you like a receipt. But then what happened now? The money became a deposit note. So really, what it is that every time you're getting the money, all it is just a deposit.
Yeah.
It doesn't really exist, if you know what I mean. Like,
Not
so
at all.
you're giving it. Say if you're giving away some gold to receive money, that means you've just given away the gold for paper. So that's kind of what I gathered from the information. And then with the Rothschilds, how they
created the banking system.
yeah, with the
but
stock
they could
market,
only-
they invest. They crash the stock market, all of that.
But they could only create the banking system because they were the only religion that could gather interest. So in Islam, it's illegal to gain interest.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? At the time, Christians as well,
Yeah.
it's illegal to gain interest.
Yeah.
So through the whole Jewish thing is why they own all the money, because as far as their books are concerned, it was okay for them to
because they're allowed to get interest from people
get
that are not
interest
Jews.
from
Yep.
yeah. So
Okay.
that's why they control
That is
the
deep.
banking.
Yeah,
you know
Islam,
what I
Yeah,
mean?
no
that
interest,
is
no
deep.
interest.
Still, yeah, that is more deep.
A lot that I don't know, but there's little bits that I've picked up.
Yeah,
throughout
yeah.
the
Even
years
me,
from having
it's like me.
bits of
There's little bits you
conversations,
get me
know what I
because it's a
mean?
lot of
So-
information. Like,
Yeah, it's a lot. I don't think
Deep.
anybody knows the full story either.
No one
Do you
knows
know
the
what I
full
mean?
story. That's why sometimes it always sounds like it's a conspiracy theory because we never know
Yeah.
the full extent of everything.
Because you know what? I think to myself sometimes as well, yeah? Like look, remember Hitler, yeah? He said, fuck the central bank, innit?
yeah,
Fuck the whatever currency that was. What was it?
Francs.
Francs or
Was it?
whatever it
Yeah.
was, yeah?
And the Francs
He
is
said,
the
"Fuck
French,
that."
innit?
Yeah?
Yeah,
Bro, that started mad beef, you know?
yeah, of course.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
then I think to myself, like, you know, so how did that beef between the Jews and Hitler start? Do you understand? And so I need
That's
to do
deep.
more research,
Yeah.
yeah? But I'm starting to think that it was a money thing.
Of course.
It's always been a money thing.
Yeah,
And then
it's
Hitler
it's always
said-
been a
All
money
these wars
thing.
are
money
money or
thing.
resources.
It's always money
It was
thing.
a money thing.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, so then why did Hitler say that he's going to do that evil thing of burning down all the Jews? Why? Like, you get me? So I think I'm going to try and find that out. There's never going to be a good reason to kill millions of people. Definitely not. But I'll be interested in knowing why. And from what I know so far, it's sounding like it was a money thing.
I think it was a money.
Yeah,
thing
it was,
still.
man.
But
You
we got
understand?
literally 1 minute left of this, and then it's gonna just trip out. So yeah, thank you both for coming on.
Yeah, big up, man. Nah, big up.
Definitely, no,
This is
big
our
both.
like first. You lot of basically the first episode of us actually doing like a podcast like this.
Join the bit.
So yeah, so you lot.
That's a nice blend, man. It's a
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
blend.
yeah. So
Sick
this is like
still.
history in the making, if I'm honest with you.
Trust me, yeah, you lot have helped pioneer this still. I can't lie, yeah, this idea still.
Definitely, man.
Thank you for letting us come on.
Thank
anyway,
you
man.
for
Nah,
having
always,
us, man.
man.
Definitely.
Plug in your Instagrams quickly.
Yep, Euro Mogul. That's spelled EUROMOGUL.
Yeah, so black man, the word black man _ the traveller DA the traveller on my Instagram, and then black man space DA the traveller on YouTube.
That's it, top man.
Come
Follow
on.
us and subscribe, like and subscribe. Rare Talks, we're out.
Red Talks.